Wow, am I live? I don't know if I'm live. Am I live? Please, YouTube, tell me. You have been giving me trouble all week, but hopefully you can give me some answers now. Mercury's almost stopped retrograding, but of course, I still can't see myself. Like last time, I can't see myself, so I'm gonna wing it. Last time it worked, as you know, when I made that thank you video about the 400k people. So anybody see me? Wait a second. Okay, let me right click here. And oh, okay. Now I see myself. I see myself. I see my old self. Okay. Oh, wait, what is this? Jesus. Girls! Take your toy out of my office, god damn it! I don't play with them. I don't. Seriously, I don't. Well, you're kind of cute, but no, I don't. These are my girls. They're always in my office all day. It's like the whole house. Okay, let me tell you this. The whole house is becoming a playroom. When you have kids, and when you love kids, you just let them make the entire house their playroom. So, yes, this is actually Pramala's doll. My daughter, she loves this. So yeah, I guess you are gonna be helping me here. Just don't get all creepy here and start moving on your own. You know? Like, what was that girl? Emily? Or what was that movie name? Jesus. That doll scares me. That doll scares me. So, anyway, I wanted you to make a video on the first house of astrology and to show you what the first house means. We all know the basics of the first house, but if you used a simple technique for the first house or any house, you will get it. Okay, so first house of astrology, which is known as the ascendant, the rising sign. First of all, it represents our body, who we are, like what I look like. Okay, this fat, chubby guy with this big fat face is my ascendant. It identifies me, who I am. Everything with me is the first house. So what happens with me? Well, me has to deal with health. So it's health, vitality. Me has to do with my appearance, what my nose looks like, what my eyebrows looks like, my hair, okay, my lips here, everything. The makeup of my ascendant represents these things. The ruler of my ascendant represents these things. That's the first house. And what's happening right now? You see this body, right? You see my body, my glasses, my t-shirt, everything. That means you're noticing me. You're noticing me, right? So that means I'm being notarized. Which brings to what? First house represents fame. So first house represents fame, represents everybody looking at you. Anything to do with you represents the first house. First house also represents the destiny. Why does first house represent destiny? Well, because it's the reason why you're born. First house represents not just the destiny, but the purpose of why you're born. Why am I born, right? And then if you look at the ascendant, whatever your ascendant is, let's say you're a Taurus ascendant, or let's say you're a Sagittarius ascendant. Why are you born as a Sagittarius ascendant? What was so special about that moment when you were born? Well, it has to do with the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius represents number 9. That means something to do with the 9th house is a reason why you're being born. So look at the 9th house. If you're Aries, look at just the first house itself, where the first lord is placed. That'll tell you why you're being born. So first house represents that. Regardless, you can be a Capricorn, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, whatever. If you're Virgo ascendant, Virgo is the 6th zodiac sign of the zodiac belt. So look at the 6th house. Whatever the 6th house represents, that's the reason why you're born. So we get that. Then, first house also represents rulership. Rulership and being a servant. Being a fighter. Why? Think about it. I said a ruler, a servant, and a fighter. Why did I say that? Why? Well, number one, Sun is exalted in the first house. So it represents a ruler, the king, the individual self. Then I said it represents a servant. Why? Because Saturn is debilitated in the sign of Aries. You must serve somebody. You must bow and serve somebody without questioning. Like a loyal servant would back in the days. Now servants curse at you and they disobey you, whatever. Back in the days, a servant was like, okay, this is my person that I'm serving and I'm going to die for them. That's also the first house. Then I said first house represents fight, ability to fight, being brave. Because first house, the sign of Aries, is where Mars is Mul Trikon, meaning it's office of Mars. So first house originally is the sign of Aries. So it represents everything like protecting yourself. It's protection, bravery. It's ability to fight, because if somebody comes and harms my body, whether I don't know how to fight or not, I am gonna punch and kick and, bite, because this person is trying to harm this thing. That's the first house. Now let's go into some different avenues of the first house. And let's see if you can get what I'm saying here. First house represents the loss of your family. Loss of your family's wealth. That's right. First house represents loss of the family's wealth. First house represents gains of your younger siblings. Desires of younger siblings. Network circles of younger siblings. First house represents the reputation, image, and career of your mother. First house represents status of the mother. First house represents the religious, spiritual beliefs of your children. First house represents the luck and bhagya of your children. First house represents end of diseases, the death of diseases, the death of your enemy, the death of all the debts, end of all the debts. It also represents death of your aunts and uncles as well. Or rejuvenation of your aunts and uncles. Like their, I wouldn't call it rejuvenation. I would probably call it like, resurrecting again in their life. So let's say your aunt or uncle had a downfall. Well, the first house of your house will represent their rise again. So death, rebirth, rise, fall is the first house of those people. And first house also represents your spouse's husband, spouse's self, which is you again. First house represents health, illnesses, diseases of your in-laws. In-laws in general, and diseases and deaths of your spouse's family. Okay? Then, first house represents the students, the children of your father and guru. So your father, your own father's first child is seen through the ascendant. Your gurus, whoever is under your gurus, the type of students your guru will attract is the first house. First house also represents happiness and comforts of your career, of your bosses. What makes your boss feels happy is the ascendant. First house also represents efforts of your elder sibling. First house represents self-efforts and competitiveness of your younger sibling. First house represents the younger sibling to your elder sibling. And first house also represents gain of moksha, to attain moksha, enlightenment. And to apparently, it also represents expenses, more expenses. It represents attaining wealth through foreign places, foreign lands. It represents gain of solidarity, gain of, isolation pretty much. Moksha, isolation. All these things are the first house. Now, who has gotten what I just said? This is a live stream, so that means all of you are watching. I still can't see on YouTube how many people are watching right now or commenting. Actually, I see the commenting, but I don't see how many are watching. But what do you think? How did I get here? Exactly, Vamsi Mohan, you got it. Vamsi Mohan got it. Super Beastly Baller got it. This is how you understand the houses. If you can understand the first house the way I just described, you'll understand the deeper meaning of all the houses, which is the concept known as Bhavat Bhavam. It is a house-to-house relationship. So, now that I told you just about the first house, I am pretty sure you do not want me to make another video regarding the second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, right? Who wants me to make meaning of the second house now? Now that I described the first house, what does the second house means? Does anybody want me to make the second house? I'm pretty sure you guys don't. Because if you understand the concept of Bhavat Bhavam, you will understand the concept of the second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, everything. All you need to know what each house means. That's it. First house is self, second house is wealth and all that. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. Here's a little deeper thing. Second house, we think of family, lineage, food, speech, wealth, earnings, savings, fame. But the thing is, besides the Bhavat Bhavam concept, second house will represent at least, I would say, 30 different things that you probably would have never thought of what the second house represent. So maybe it is important for me to do maybe each house every week so you understand, oh, first house means this, second house means this. Now the question becomes, all the things that I described about the second house, right? Whatever that I said about the second house, When do you use that certain meaning? Well, this is where Kark Avastha of the planet comes in. So if, let's say, you have a malefic planets like Saturn, Mars, Rahu, Ketu in the first house, it'll bring more of the tamasic energy of the house. It'll bring more of that, the yang quality of the house instead of yin. So once you realize that, then you can understand, okay, so if let's say ninth house represents the illnesses of the mother, ninth house represents enemies of the mother, ninth house represents deaths of the mother. If a positive planet is sitting there, it'll show end of the deaths of your mother, end of the enemies of the mother. So you gotta see tamasic quality, rajasic quality, sattvic quality, and if the planet is benefic, malefic. So this is how you'll understand. But what I'll do, actually, I'll make all the houses again. What does the house means? I'll go over the 12 houses again, and then I'll show you on another thing where what a planet will do when it's sitting in a certain house. Like, let's say, for example, you get Jupiter in the 10th house, whatever, Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, whatever sign you can put it in. Jupiter can literally give you 50 different predictions just by using one planet. Jupiter, you can look at a chart and ignore every single planet and just look at Jupiter, and you'll be able to tell this person, this will happen, 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 this will happen. Because so many events will occur in our life, those events that you are spewing out without looking at yogas, without looking at any other planet or aspects, those things will be bound to happen. You look at any planet somewhere else, Saturn in the 2nd house. Saturn in the 2nd house itself will give you literally 30 to 40 different predictions without ever you looking at anything. I don't even care if the Saturn is exalted or debilitated in the Navamsha. You'll simply just look at that Saturn and you'll say something and it will be true. So these are magical astrological techniques that I'm going to be showing you slow, like step by step. First, we'll understand houses. Once you understand the concept of houses through Bhavat Bhavam concept, house to house concept, and some of the other additional meaning of the concept of the house, then we'll go. Like, you see a planet, you'll see Saturn in the 11th house, you'll know exactly what to say in less than 10 seconds to a person. This happens, this happened, this happened, that's happened. You don't need to worry about what sign the planet is in. Now, if you look at the sign that the planet is in, the house the planet rules, add another 20 different predictions to your planets. So that's what I mean. And this is what we're going to cover. Okay. Wow, the comment section is getting heated. Who is saying F off Chinese? Okay, I'm going to block young YouTuber, the YouTuber reporter. I'm sorry, but you are blocked. You have been the most nonsensical, problem-causing person. You think you can get away with all these bad comments you have said in the last 3 videos? I'm sorry. You can say anything to me you want, but when you are fighting other people, I'm pretty sure you're 13, 14, but sorry. Bye-bye. Gone! I don't care what, if you guys criticize me, don't use racist comment, racist words. Don't, put down another culture, another religion. At least not on my channel. I don't care if you're 5 years old. I don't care if you're 55 years old. You do not do that. It's like you're coming in my home. It's like I'm giving you this lesson in my home, and you're sitting in my home and you're trying to say somebody else, oh, I hate your religion and your stupid ass religion. You're Chinese, get away, this and that. I'm not going to allow that in my home. You can criticize on your own home as much as you want. You don't come here and criticize my guys. You can criticize me because I am the owner of the home. I deserve to be criticized. That's how life works. 33% will love you, 33% will hate you, 33% will not care for you. So you can say that, but don't do that. Gone. So anyway, hopefully this helped you guys to understand the first house. Next week we'll cover the second house, right? So see ya. And if you guys want reports, my books, my consultation, my new nakshatra readings, check out the links in this description section, astrologykrs.com. Otherwise, tomorrow I have a session with my main man Sam Jappi on zodiacs. It'll be a fun video. See you guys.